Hey guys, how you doing? It's so nice to be outside and not be snowed on. I hope you guys are having a great week. Today's devotional, we're actually going to go to the book of Lamentations. It's in the Old Testament. It's just five chapters. And if you think about the word lamentations, what does it mean to lament? And to lament is a passionate expression of grief or sorrow, or to mourn something. And this week in our house, we've been mourning the passing of my mom. She passed away on Mother's Day. And it was interesting, though, because I came across this verse and reminded of this verse in a card somebody sent me to encourage me. Lamentations is all about the destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonians and all the things that happened to them as the Babylonians took over. And it was interesting because if you read the whole book, it's not an uplifting book. It's really more, it's very poetic, but it talks about all they went through. But right in kind of in the middle, in chapter 3, verse 21 to 24, it reads this: "But this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I'll hope in him." And it's just pretty interesting to think in the middle of all of their sorrow, in the middle of everything being destroyed by their enemy and their homes being taken over and their people and their families being killed and taken away. But yet in the middle is just this reminder to themselves. Hey, the author says, hey, listen, all this is happening, but to help me, I'm going to call to mind God's faithfulness. I'm going to call to mind God's steadfast love, meaning his love never ceases. I'm going to call to mind that we are the Lord's and the Lord loves us and he is with us and he is faithful. And every morning there are new glories. There's a new day. There are new good things despite the bad. And if you see behind me here, we have a bird's nest that has been going on, and we're watching Mom Robin, and the babies are kind of big and they're ready to fly the coop and ready to fly the nest and go out on their own. But even that is such a reminder that God is in control, and there are good things each day that we can look forward to, and good things that God has for us for our future, and that the things that God has created in nature, like the robins, they're going to keep going, and they go day by day, and so can we. Keeping in mind, though, of course, that God loves us and he is always with us, and that he never says don't lament. He never says don't grieve. But even in the middle of all that grief, and even in the middle of all our sorrow and mourning, that we can still know that he loves us, and we can just hold our hope in that day after day. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you enjoy the beautiful weather. And we'll see you Wednesday at youth group. And I miss you guys so much. And I love you guys. And I'll see you Wednesday.